In the small town of Bedford, Virginia, begins the tragic story of Second Lieutenant Henry S. Jones, Jr., as depicted in Band of Brothers. His journey from a tight-knit community to the battlefields of World War II is both heart-wrenching and inspiring, reflecting the unyielding spirit of a young officer who faced unimaginable challenges with unwavering resolve. Henry's childhood in Bedford was marked by the values of hard work and patriotism. His father, a World War I veteran, inspired him with stories of bravery, shaping his desire to serve. When the United States entered World War II, Henry answered the call to arms, enlisting in the United States Army. His family, proud yet fearful for his safety, supported his decision. His mother gave him a small locket with a picture of their family, a token to remind him of home and to keep him safe. After graduating from West Point, Jones attended the infantry school at Fort Benning, where he engaged in spirited debates about the potential of parachute troops. His curiosity and desire for adventure led him to transfer to parachute school. Alongside his classmates, he underwent an accelerated training course, anticipating an immediate deployment overseas. However, upon earning his jump wings, Jones and his fellow graduates were assigned to the 13th Airborne Division at Camp McCall, North Carolina. It was here that Jones also earned his glider wings, showcasing his versatility and determination to embrace various aspects of airborne operations. In December 1944, the 13th Airborne Division faced an excess of company-grade officers. As a result, Jones and 15 of his classmates were deployed as replacements to the 18th Airborne Corps in Germany. This assignment marked a significant step in Jones's career, placing him with the 506th Parachute Infantry Regiment of the 101st Airborne Division as a replacement platoon leader. Henry's exceptional leadership qualities soon earned him a commission as a second lieutenant. He was assigned to Easy Company, a unit within the 506th Parachute Infantry Regiment of the 101st Airborne Division, famously known as the Screaming Eagles. The men of Easy Company were trained to be the best to parachute behind enemy lines, disrupt enemy operations, and hold their ground no matter the cost. Henry thrived in this demanding environment, his natural leadership and resilience shining through. The training was grueling, pushing the soldiers to their physical and mental limits. They underwent intense physical conditioning, weapons training, and airborne operations. Henry, always the first to volunteer for difficult tasks, quickly earned the respect of his peers and superiors. His determination and unwavering commitment to his men set him apart as a leader. The night before D-Day, June 5, 1944, was one of anticipation and anxiety for Henry and his comrades. They knew they were about to embark on a mission that would change the course of history. As part of Operation Overlord, their task was to parachute into Normandy and secure key positions ahead of the main invasion force. The success of the entire operation depended heavily on their performance. As the planes flew over the dark, choppy waters of the English Channel, Henry could feel the weight of responsibility on his shoulders. The jump into Normandy was chaotic. Anti-aircraft fire lit up the sky, and many planes were hit. Henry and his fellow paratroopers landed scattered across the countryside, far from their intended drop zones. Despite the confusion, Henry managed to regroup a small band of soldiers. Together, they pressed on with their mission, displaying remarkable resilience and adaptability. In the days that followed, the 506th fought fiercely against entrenched German forces. Henry proved himself in battle, leading his men with courage and strategic acumen. The horrors of war were ever present, the loss of friends, the constant threat of death, and the brutal reality of combat. Yet, through it all, Henry remained steadfast, driven by a deep sense of duty and the bonds of brotherhood forged in the heat of battle. One of the defining moments for Henry came during the Battle of Carentan, a crucial objective for the Allied forces. Carentan was a key town that needed to be secured to link the Utah and Omaha beachheads. The fighting was intense, with both sides suffering heavy casualties. Henry's leadership was instrumental in the eventual capture of the town, a victory that came at a great personal cost. As the war progressed, the 506th participated in several major operations, including Operation Market Garden and the Battle of Bastogne during the Ardennes Offensive. Each battle tested Henry's resolve and leadership. In Bastogne, surrounded by German forces in freezing conditions, the Screaming Eagles held their ground despite being outnumbered and outgunned. It was during this siege that Henry's ability to inspire and lead his men under the most dire circumstances truly stood out. Throughout his service, Henry was not just a soldier, but a symbol of the unyielding spirit of the American fighting force. His story is not just about the battles he fought, but also about the relationships he built. The camaraderie among the men of Easy Company, the friendships forged in the crucible of war, were as vital to their survival as any weapon or strategy. These bonds provided the strength to carry on when the odds seemed insurmountable. However, the toll of war was relentless. The physical and emotional scars left indelible marks on Henry and his comrades. The loss of friends, the constant danger, and the harsh conditions took their toll. Yet, despite these hardships, Henry remained a pillar of strength for his men, exemplifying the qualities of a true leader. In the series Band of Brothers, Jones is depicted as an observer during the prisoner snatch mission, despite his objections. His portrayal in the series highlights his initial frustrations and eventual acceptance of his role. This narrative arc serves to underscore his growth as an officer and his understanding of the complexities of military operations. Despite being an observer, Jones's combat performance was exemplary. He earned 3 Bronze Service Stars for his bravery and was wounded while leading a patrol. His dedication and success earned him a Purple Heart and a promotion to first lieutenant. Recognizing his potential, the Army decided to keep him away from further combat to preserve his leadership capabilities for the post-war period. The casting of Colin Hanks as Henry Jones in Band of Brothers sparked conversations. Some speculated about nepotism, given that Colin is the son of series producer Tom Hanks. However, the striking resemblance between Colin and his father added a layer of authenticity to the role. The casting choice brought a deeper visual and emotional connection to the series, reflecting the complexities and nuances of the characters involved. As World War II drew to a close, Jones found himself with the 506th on the outskirts of Berchtesgaden, racing to capture the Eagle's Nest, Adolf Hitler's mountain retreat. This assignment was emblematic of the high-stakes operations that defined the final days of the war in Europe. During the subsequent months of demobilization and restructuring, Jones was transferred to the 508th Parachute Infantry Regiment in Frankfurt am Main, Germany. His journey continued with a move to the 97th CIC Detachment in Berlin, where he took on the role of Field Office Commander. This position reflected the trust and responsibility placed on Jones, recognizing his leadership skills and potential for future contributions. Tragically, Jones's promising career was cut short by a Jeep accident in Heidelberg. Despite recovering from the initial injuries, complications necessitated an operation. This procedure, intended to restore his health before his expected return to the United States, was unsuccessful. On the evening of July 21, 1947, Henry Hank Sweet Jones, Jr. passed away in the 279th General Hospital in Berlin. He was laid to rest with honor at Arlington National Cemetery, a solemn reminder of his service and sacrifice. Hank Jones's story, though marked by tragedy, is a powerful reminder of the bravery, dedication, and sacrifice of those who served during World War II. His legacy lives on in the memories of those who knew him, in the history books that document his journey, and in the television series that brought his story to a wider audience. His life exemplifies the courage and resilience of a generation that faced the most significant challenges of their time with unwavering resolve. As we reflect on the life of Henry Sweet Jones, Jr., we honor not just his service, but the service of all who stood alongside him. Their stories are a testament to the indomitable human spirit and the enduring legacy of those who gave everything for their country and their comrades.